Good morning. This is the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Thursday, August 11th. On the impact map, let's get it back here. A lot of monsoonal moisture streaming up across the central and eastern Great Basin today, tomorrow, and lingering into Saturday. Hitting some of our drier areas up in the central mountains of Idaho. They will start drying out in northern and western areas um, by Saturday and into the weekend. But until then, a brief respite. You can see the vast amount of precipitation we had here on the left. We did have lots of lightning on the right-hand side, and there could be a little concern here in southwest Idaho. They'll be the first to get into the drier air, and maybe some of these spots up here, but otherwise it was mostly wet. New fire starts in the red, recent fires here in the yellow. So they have some new fire activity. A lot of this was about 24 to 36 hours ago, but they have higher humidity now pushing into eastern Idaho. 7-day precipitation shows how wet it's been for all of the southern half to two-thirds of the Great Basin, 600% of normal precipitation. Still some drier than normal areas in parts of the central Idaho mountains. You can see the 100-hour fuels modified quite a bit. Still a little bit of yellow here in the upper single digits, but with today's humidity, the finer fuels, the 10-hour fuels, quite moist in all areas, except ironically in our far eastern areas that have missed a lot of the monsoonal moisture. We see that on the satellite, the high pressure ridge. Uh, Still keeping things in the dry channel in far eastern Utah, but moisture further west and streaming further north. So here's a map for today. On the left, you see that next wave of moisture streaming on in into a good portion of eastern and central, western and central Utah and eastern Idaho, western Wyoming. Still in that monsoonal air mass in the black through here with isolated showers, but drier as you get further west. All areas in the green here, except for our far northern areas. It'll be lightning further north of the Salmon River. That could be on the drier side. We could see some isolated strikes and new ignitions, but they'd probably stay small in the interim because you can see how high the humidity is in the 30% or higher range across a good portion of Idaho. Only in far northwestern Nevada do we start drying things out a little bit. Winds on the left, not a factor. Here's the next wave of precipitation. Again, probably about two-thirds of the Great Basin still getting showers along with the higher humidity. Now, the moisture lingers on Friday. You can see the drier air starting to punch in through here. 7-day, about the same. You can see that drier air in northwestern and probably western Nevada, but still above 20% elsewhere further east. No significant issues with winds. And then a deeper wave of monsoonal moisture pushes into central and eastern areas again on Saturday. You can see winds here on the gusty side. And the humidity, there's a dry wedge of air that could push into Idaho. So we'll see. That'll be the first dry day in a while if any new ignitions start popping up. Also quite dry to the west, but moist with rain to the east. 3-day precipitation totals through here. You can see where the central and eastern areas continue to get wet. Further down the road, Sunday, still in that monsoonal air mass in that dark area to grayish green in most areas except for that northwestern area. And you can see we start getting into the brown here Sunday. That'll be the second or third day of clearing and drier air mass. And that dry air mass lingers up north here. So we continue to dry things out across much of Idaho gradually as we go into Tuesday and Wednesday before the next wave of monsoonal moisture again pushes through. 7-day precipitation totals again. And on the 8 to 14 day, this takes us from the 17th to the 23rd of August. That monsoonal air mass continues to influence southern and central portions of the Great Basin into southeast Idaho once again into the period, but dry in our far northern periphery. This concludes our briefing. Have a great day.